Hello, everyone. This is Felicia Bender, the Practical Numerologist, with your numerology forecast for the 7 personal year for June 2023. So if you happen to be new to numerology and you don't know your personal year number, I ask you to please take a moment. Go to FeliciaBender.com, click on monthly forecast. There is a calculator there that you can calculate your personal year number on. And you could also go to the description box below where there is a manual way to look at how to do the calculation. It is so quick, so simple, so easy. And yet the reason I point this out is because these forecasts are based on the personal year number that you're experiencing, not on the life path number. So those are two entirely different things in numerology. And I just want to make sure that you're at the right place at the right time, listening to the correct forecasts. So with that said, we're jumping right in. It is the 7 personal year for June. It is a 4 personal month for you. It's a number 4. So if there is any year where you are going to be feeling as though your soul, your soul is calling out to you, it's knocking, it's pushing, it's screaming right about now. You can feel as though your life has this really deep, profound resonance for you this year. I can't overstate it, and I know it sounds a little corny, and yet you kind of, when you start talking about the 7 and the 7 personal year, it can get kind of out there, up there, kind of deep, spiritual, for lack of a better term. So there's a lot going on for you this year inside, internally. Soul growth is guaranteed this year, from the simplest of interactions to the more complex decisions, observations that you're making. Everything has a deeper resonance and a vast meaning to it for you that even you probably can't put a finger on, can't really even verbalize or express, but all of these feelings are going on. So if that's you in your 7 personal year, welcome. Welcome to the 7 personal year that is all about developing and creating the right state of mind for yourself. Sounds easy, but it is not. It is not easy, and it's all year long. So that's what you're working with, and you are midpoint. You're 6 months in. So I always do say that the 7 personal year rivals the 9 personal year in its intensity, insofar as it really does demand that you take a long, a lingering look and feel, feel about who you are, where you are, and why you are where you are right now. So the catchword for the 7 personal year is why. Why is this happening? Why did I do this? Why did I not do this? Why, and why. So those are right there in the front seat that you are working with this year. And often there are some really strange happenings that challenge you in letting go of what no longer fits into the template of your ever expanding mind, body, and spirit right now. So deep, deep inner truths are the touch point for this 7 personal year, and you're in it. You are in it, right? So this is the month to get everything in line. Dreams are coming true this month if you allow them in and allow the process to process, okay? Know that June brings you into a more stabilized state of mind. It demands some practicality. It's a 4 after all. The 4 is always asking you to get real, to get structured, to do the work, to show up, to follow through, all those things. That is what the 4 is asking of you. And since that number 4 often has to do with making pragmatic decisions and engaging in this material world, including but not limited to real estate, If you've got any real estate stuff going on, legal matters, those are things that can come up to the plate or to the table right now to be dealt with. Make sure to sign any kind of contract, agreement, or other kinds of papers of this nature during the week of June the 9th. I would also say to complete any matters related to your home or your property between June 13th and the 27th. This can apply to business contracts, any kinds of legalities that you might have coming your way. So it's key to make also some regular time for meditation, for physical workouts. The 4 is the number of health. It's asking you to take some time out to care for yourself, to do health maintenance and preventative measures, to find a way to relax for a moment, to really relax. So that is coming up for you as something that is mandatory in June. So the energy of the 4 really demands that you prioritize your own health care. Pay special attention to your diet right now, to definitely the de-stressing, however that can work for you, happen for you, and exercise, right? That highlights the mind-body-soul connection in some way, shape, or form, or just allows you to burn off some additional energy that's kind of been stagnant inside inside of you, for lack of a better way of saying it. But yeah, lots of buildup can happen in a 7-year. So blow out it's kind of like blowing out the sprinkler system at the end of the summer. Blowing out the pipes so that they can be ready for what's next to operate in its highest form the next time they're needed, right? So this is a key aspect to the 7 personal year itself, and it's going to take top priority in terms of self-care, okay? June is a month where you will be met with a need for some buckling down. It's going to be about the effort and sticking with the follow-through, right? It's following through from the beginning to the middle to the end, not abandoning something, not avoiding something, that sort of thing. Plus, you'll be setting up some cornerstones and some foundations for your future, for some future endeavors. So keep that in mind, that these things are important, and they may not be something you particularly want or care to do right now, and yet doing them will have a big payoff. You just might not be able to see it right now. The focus now is on streamlining, and in some ways, systematizing what is top priority for you right now. So take care of any practical matters, particularly on or around June the 4th. I ask you to please stay on track with your studies, with your research. In a 7 personal year, often that's really catching your soul, right? It's like, I want to learn more. I want to really, I really want to master something. I want to explore different elements, whether it's spiritually related or otherwise. Often it's spiritually related somehow. So remember, though, that as you work with all of this, it's not launch time. It's still formulation time, processing time, data collection time. So the value to the 7 personal year simply cannot be minimalized minimalized. I would say minimized rather than minimalized, but it can't be downplayed. So this is a time when you are particularly connected to the universal forces, or to what I might call universal wisdom or cosmic information, right? It's all there for you when you can quiet down, open up, learn how to access it. And this is a year where you're being offered ways in which to do that. It's a year where you're being asked to clean out your pipes, like I kind of made that kind of weak metaphor before about blowing out your sprinkler system, but you get me. It's the same sort of thing. So allow for a stronger and more direct flow of intuitive energies to reach you. That is the point of clearing out the channels, right? So it takes time and more time to process, integrate this powerful stage of development that you're in. It really is fertile soil to go inward, to use your time to read, to meditate, to study, to take courses, to journal, all kinds of those contemplative activities. It doesn't mean to abandon what you're doing in your real life, and yet the focus is not on financial expansion so much. It's getting things ready. It's getting it all in place. It's getting the right state of mind around that financial growth and expansion that will take off next year. So it's not that things can't be moving in that direction. It's just not taking full flight yet. So the diligent and hardworking energies of the four, they really offer a plethora of opportunities to reframe some deep elements of yourself. And this reframe can happen with different facets, of course, and yet potentially you can use this valuable time in June to reframe a longstanding, potentially a family issue or group of issues around that. You might work at reframing the way in which you maintain your physical health, your emotional health, mental health. Those may require a reframe that the energy of the four can assist you with. Or maybe you're reframing everything in your life and taking a long, lingering look at how you want to take it from here. And again, that's not something to be taken lightly, and it's not something that's just decided on a whim. This is something that is really picking up speed, kind of like a snowball going down a mountain at this point. So overall, June taps on your front door, tap, 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 and it's going to ask you to take yourself seriously, to rise above the waterline and determine more pragmatic, kind of realistic next steps in what you're doing. So what you do this month can lead to a real burst of freedom in July. So do what's in front of you now. Know that what you put into play right now can really serve as a foundation for some incredible things that are coming your way. Trust the process, have faith in yourself and in the flow of your life right now. So that is your forecast for June. Head over to FeliciaBender.com, where you can find plenty of free resources, articles, and life path information, and anything numerology related is at FeliciaBender.com. So I'm looking forward to meeting again with you next month, where we can discuss what July has in store for you.